Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to Tolkiencraft II, The Labors of Valentine. The tour. This tour actually is going to encompass 3 days worth of stuff, so it will be a little long. I will try to speed it along as quickly as I can. And if you see a little bit of strangeness, well, that's just me. I'm tired. Let's see if we can get that to do it again. See if I can look up this way. Well, like that. Sort of. We'll see. Isn't that cool? It's like your own portable fireworks. It's so if you get lost and you're on a multiplayer server, you can just shoot it in the air and say, "Hey guys, I'm over here." No idea how far away you can see that. That is an item you can get, or you can make with Botania. I didn't make this one, however. I got this one in a reward bag. There's all the different colors, so it's pretty cool. And the handle actually shows the color, which I just noticed, so awesome. Right, so let's see. What shall I talk about first? We got so many things to cover. Let's get my list. That might help me. Right. Well, the first thing is I made myself an alamite short bow. Finally broke down and made an actual bow. As you may also notice from this, we've been up to something to do with blood magic, but I will show you that. Oop, let's get that there too. Let's get this here just in case we run across any unfriendly individuals. I actually need to update this one to alamite, I think. Which I don't remember if I told you in the previous tour that I'd done this or if this occurred in the last 3 days. Anyway, I upgraded my pickaxes to alamite. And I also got a Fortune 2 alamite pick. Got to get enough lapis lazuli to make it to 3. We have relocated our enchanting room to... This used to be this was my basic storeroom. And I've turned it into a basic enchanting room. It's got to be, well, spiffed up a bit, as you can tell. And I should talk about these. Glimmering blue flowers. With Botania, you can make them, and it's actually pretty easy. You don't have to do any Botania actual mana work. You just need 2 pieces of glowstone. In fact, let me just look up a glimmering flower. If they're in here. They might not be. No, there they are. Just 2 pieces of glowstone and one of the mystical flowers of the 16 different colors, and you get a light source that you can actually use instead of glowstone or torches or whatever. So I think that's pretty awesome. Now, yes, down one more level. Actually, 2 more levels. Here we go. We found a very interesting stone called Sky Stone out in the wilderness. So I highly recommend you look for crash impacts of meteorites to the surface, craters. They can also be underground, and you can build a tool called it's a magnet something or other. No, that's not it. Applied energistics, that's what I want. It's in applied energistics. I won't look for it now, but it basically is a tool that lets you find them. It gives you a little pointer that shows which direction to go. But if you are able to turn into a bat in Tolkiencraft II, once you killed a bat and gone to the nether, you can fly over the surface and look for dark spots on the surface and, well, craters. And that's how I found the Sky Stone that I'm currently using in this room. This used to be the enchanting room. It's not anymore. As you can see, it's much larger and it's not finished yet. We have our blood magic altar here. It's a tier 3 altar, but I've got it already designed all the way up to tier 5. We just have to get all the parts for it. So that's pretty cool. We're also using a new well, new to me, mod called Translocator that gives you, well, a pretty cool thing to play with to transfer items. And you can set it to do it one at a time. I was educated very kindly today. If you right click, you can open it and you take, let me just, shift right click, there we go. So when you got that little thing out there, you can tell it stopped sending a signal. You just right click on it and you install it. And then what you want to do is you have to right click just on the right place on the ring. And well, it sometimes takes me a few tries. I think it's a right click. There we go, I finally got it. Then you got regulate, and I've got it set to sending one stone at a time. So I can make slates. And then you just right click, and then it goes back in, it's recessed, and it's now functioning. And it should only send one stone in at a time. So that's a pretty cool thing. And thanks very much to chat who told me about that. Now on this side, we're using a transfer node with a filter, and I'll just show you what the filter looks like in here. So this is extra utilities. You want to make the filter. You right click with the filter in the air in order to program it, and I programmed it to pull out, well, was it refined slates? The second stage of slates. Anyway, so that I can basically automate the creation of the slates. Because otherwise it's very boring standing here and watching it. And then you install the filter in here. You right click on the actual transfer node pipe and put that in. And there you have it. You have an automated method of creating slates at whatever stage you want. So you would just change your filter to whatever stage you want pulled out, which I really appreciate. I'm making use of Carpenter's wedge slopes here. This is the first time I've used Carpenter's anything. I haven't played a mod pack before with it in, so I had lots of fun playing with it today. And again, my chat was very helpful and told me a lot of things and you can do with it. And well, I think we came up with something that looks pretty cool. And of course, this is all sky stone. This looks kind of like it reminds me of labradorite. If you don't know what labradorite looks like, I suggest you look for that stone online, a picture of it. And it looks like labradorite that has been broken up into small pieces, which I love labradorite, so that's why I love that stone so much. Now, let's see. I think I said that was a tier 3 altar. I'm going to put this stuff away here because I don't need to be carting it around with me. So that's basically what I spent this evening doing was, well, setting that up. Oh, and the one thing I did forget, mana flower. We made this with Botania, and it's what's giving me a beautiful Regeneration 3 effect, which made the creation of that Magician's Ore possible. So it is wonderful. You just need a mana pool beside it to feed it. You have to be within 3 squares of it in order for it to give you the effect. So as soon as I move out of range, the effect goes away. But I mean, I could install one on each side if I was using more than one side regularly. So I will say for blood magic, I'm not all that fond of cutting myself, even though I had to do that a lot tonight. So as soon as possible, we're going to be taking out the Rune of Sacrifices, replacing them, or sorry, the Runes of Self-Sacrifices, and replacing them with Runes of Sacrifices or Augmented Capacity. I haven't decided yet. And we'll be trying to figure out some way to automate critters going across here and me sacrificing those instead of me. I'd like my hide to be intact. Okay. Oh, looks like chat. Hello, Muddy Muddy is looking up a picture of labradorite. And yes, it does look neat. It is awesome. And here, I thought I'd show this off. I'm actually using Carpenter's Door and a Carpenter's Pressure Plate. And you can right-click on it and change the settings, I believe. Let's get these out of my inventory in case they're messing things up. Or is it left shift? Okay. Oh, I have to have the hammer in my inventory. Silly person. Still learning it, still learning it. Please be patient with me. There we go. So you can change the trigger by right-clicking on it. In this case, we want it active only for players, which is the default setting. I won't go through all the stuff to do with carpenter's blocks because, well, there's a lot to it. And I'm still learning it myself yet, so I'd rather not inflict my, oh, well, how do I do that again, on you. However, we can go in, and this is my spawner room. I'm going to make a collection of spawners, so at some point, when we have some method of sacrificing them, either, to collect their goods, either automatically or with me punching them to death or whatever it is that I decide to do. Still need to work out all the details, but I have started my collection. So we have a clay golem and we have a wisp. Both of them are from special ruins in this mod pack. And I'm not sure which... Well, the one is from the Tolkiencraft one, I think, and the other one... Yeah, the wisp is from Tolkiencraft, the clay golem. Not sure. Probably said on the tooltip. But I'm not going to go back and look, because I have to take you outside. Oh, wait, no. Yes, yes. Up, down, up. Here. This is where I was... Next thing I want to show you. Yesterday I made an oreberry room. So these are the blackout curtains to keep it nice and dark in here. And it is very dark. So I think I will use this item. And there you go. This is an artifact, and I think you can find it in various ruins. I think I got this one through a reward pack, but I can't remember now for sure, so I apologize for that. But it is possible to get them. I just got really lucky and got one, and it's going to be so handy. I use it in the Nether when I'm there, and it is fantastic in here. So eventually this is going to be packed full of all these ore bushes, and I'll never have to mine again. Actually, no, I will mine, because I like it, but... At least if I'm running out of something, I can at least go and snag a bunch of ore berries and potentially make up the shortfall. Right, now we're going outside. And hopefully it's not getting dark on me. Yeah. And here is something you can do with the Botania glimmering flowers that I showed you upstairs. You can craft them with a few other items that you can find out in the book, the Botania book. And basically you get a floating light source, and I think they look pretty cool. So I set them up all along my stairwell. Cool. All right, here is Enchanting. Remember a few tours ago I said I was wondering if you could enchant Mana Steel, and I thought you could. Well, you can. You can enchant them through the enchanting table if you want to do it that way, or there's an even nicer way to do it, and I'm just going to show you if you have the books. There's a nicer way to do it. I should rephrase that. So let's just take this golden helmet, and we're going to take this enchanting book. And let's get our tool out so that we're actually doing something. Yeah, Lexica Botanica. This is your in-game help manual. So if I don't show you the recipes in here, that's because I can't. They're all in here. Alright. Now let's see if I can remember how to do this. I just want to talk a little bit about the setup here. This is a lapis block. The rest of this, you need 17 pieces of obsidian to make this shape. Underneath that block there is another piece of obsidian. You then need 10 flowers. Any colors will do, it doesn't matter. And you set them up in this configuration. And again, this is all covered in the book. And I'll just quickly show you. And that would be under Natural Apparatus, Enchanting with Mana. And so here they show you how to set it up. Here they show you the positions of where you want to put your mana pylons. And as you can see, they float in the air, so you'll want to put down a block and then place them on top and then get rid of the block underneath. And then put a flower underneath it. And when you're all finished, that's what it looks like. Now the part that I had trouble with, I had made a tour previously showing me setting this up, but then when I went to enchant, I had made a mistake. And I decided to scrap that episode because I spent 10 minutes trying to figure it out, and you don't want to watch me doing that. I had put it here. You can't put it there. It has to be outside the circle, and probably it might even need to be right here. I haven't experimented moving it back and forth, but put it here, it will work. And the other thing that I added was sparks. You need 2 sparks. They basically act as a mana transfer mechanism. I don't know the distance you can go away with them. I haven't experimented with that, but certainly this distance works just fine. You have to put one over the mana altar, or one over the altar, and one over your mana pool. The mana altar, to get it to turn into this fascinating, lovely block, you set down your lapis lazuli block, and then you right-click on it with your wand of the forest, and then you get this. Then what you want to do is you want to right-click and put in the item that you want to enchant. Drop your book or books around like so, and then you want to right-click with your wand. Now once it's glowing like this, that means it's okay to pick up your books again, so you don't have to worry about them despawning on you in case you have to walk away. And as you can see, that was going over there, and we have success. Apparently I put it on twice. I'm not sure why. Now that, I think, is a bug. When I did this one, it worked. We just got one, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But it did what it's supposed to. It did enchant it, and that's the main thing. There's a remote possibility that my use of Optifine, which I didn't have when I did the other enchant, could have caused this issue, or it might be a genuine bug that's in the mod itself. I'm not sure. I just thought I'd qualify my comment that it might be a bug. Alright, well, I successfully showed you enchanting with Botania, and as you can see, you get to keep your books, which means you can use them again, which is amazing to me. I think I love this method of enchanting the best out of the various ones I've tried so far, so hope you think it's pretty cool too. Now, a couple more things to show you with Botania. Over here, this is not Botania. I just wanted to point out I planted all my special trees around here so that I can harvest them occasionally and get more. I created tiger lilies. You should check them out. They repel creepers. I think they work about 8 blocks away apart, but that is an estimate on my part because I've seen different blocks in Botania either have a 3, 6, and 8 block distance that they work at. And unfortunately, the book doesn't actually tell you which distance this particular item works at. So, again, experiment, or potentially somebody else has done the experimenting already and can tell you how far apart they work. But they act like a cat. They repel creepers, and they actually also prevent them from exploding. Which in this mod pack is not an issue because mod briefing is turned off by default. Thank you very much, Great Orator. But certainly it's nice to have them not sneaking up behind you when you're busy doing some work. They can still sneak up behind me because I don't have enough of them made yet. So yeah, I got to get busy on that and make some more. Now, Last thing, I thought I'd mention glintweed. Glintweed is from Witchery, and it actually provides light as well. So you have a number of lighting options, natural looking lighting options in this mod pack. You have the floating light sources and the plantable light sources from Botania, the glittering flowers. And I have a friend who I'm going to have to hit with a sword. Oh, darn it, don't do that. How about I hit you with a wand instead? So you can in fact beat a zombie to death. Oh, he didn't like that. With a wand, of course. Yes, all that misclicking, that's because I'm tired. Go away. Alright. Let's keep that in the bar. I probably need it again. Anyway, Witchery has glintweed, and apparently I need a... Ooh, snack. Not the head. Not eating that. Yes, the glintweed works as a light source, and when it's on grass, spreads naturally. So I planted one. I originally had one glintweed here. Yeah, as you can see, it's very enthusiastic, and it is in fact spreading. So that's a self-reproducing light source, but you do have to plant it on grass to have it spread, but you can pick it up and put it on stone. So let's see if I can find, maybe will it go on here? Hey, it'll go there too. Awesome. So yes, you can grow them and then plant them all over your base instead of torches. I think that looks a little better. And that's what I plan to do. Okay, just checking my list to see if there's anything else. Alrighty, I think I have covered everything that I've done in the last 3 days that I wanted to talk about or show you. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I hope I was somewhat comprehensible. Thank you very much for watching the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And hey, I'd love to see you in the stream sometime, so don't forget, I stream pretty much every afternoon and sometimes evenings, depending on how addicted I am that day to Tolkiencraft II, which has been often lately. What was I saying? Oh yes, I also stream in the evenings on occasion. Tolkiencraft II. I try to stream in the evenings 6 days a week. And lately I've been probably doing a lot more Tolkiencraft II than I should, given that I have other games that on my schedule that I want to post to YouTube. That should give you some indication of how much fun this pack is. You should check it out if you haven't already. So, where was I? Right. I also wanted to mention that Tuesdays I do not normally stream. So, every other day of the week, you can probably find me doing something. And if you're unlucky, having just done something. A lot of it. I tend to do a lot. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. You all take care now. Bye.